The rain poured heavily over the small town of Willow Creek. Gray clouds covered the sky, and the streets looked as though they had forgotten what sunshine felt like. Inside a tiny apartment lived a young woman named Emma. Every morning she woke up before sunrise, made herself a simple cup of coffee, and stared at a notebook filled with dreams she had been chasing for years. She wanted to become a successful artist, not for fame, not for money, but because painting made her feel alive. For 3 years, she painted every single day. She uploaded her artwork online. She entered competitions. She sent her portfolio to galleries, but every reply sounded the same. "We're sorry. Not selected. Better luck next time." One rejection became 10. 10 became 50. Eventually, she stopped counting. One evening, after receiving another rejection email, Emma looked at her latest painting. Tears rolled down her face. "I don't think I'm good enough," she whispered. She carefully packed away her brushes and placed them inside a dusty box. "Maybe this dream isn't meant for me." The room suddenly felt silent, not because there was no sound, but because hope had quietly left. The next morning, Emma decided to take a long walk. Without realizing it, she wandered into an old park she hadn't visited in years. There she noticed an elderly man planting tiny seeds in the wet soil. Curious, she asked, "Why are you planting today? The weather is terrible." The old man smiled. "Because flowers don't wait for perfect weather." Emma watched him continue planting. She shook her head. "What if they never grow?" The man gently pressed the soil around one seed. "Then I plant again." "What if another storm comes?" "I plant again." "What if people destroy them?" "I plant again." Emma looked confused. "You never give up?" The old gardener smiled warmly. "The seed doesn't decide its future on the day it's planted. It grows because it refuses to quit." Those words echoed inside Emma's heart. That night, she opened the dusty box. She picked up her paintbrush. Instead of creating a masterpiece, she simply painted, not for likes, not for approval, not for success, just because she loved it. Days turned into weeks. Weeks became months. She continued painting. Every rejection still hurt, but now it no longer stopped her. Instead of saying, "I failed," she began saying, "I learned." Instead of asking, "Why me?" she asked, "What can I improve?" Little by little, her confidence returned. One afternoon, Emma started sharing short videos showing the process behind each painting. At first, almost nobody watched. 5 views, 10 views, sometimes only 2. But she kept posting every single day. Some people laughed, others ignored her. Still, she kept going. One rainy evening, nearly a year later, Emma uploaded another painting. Then she went to sleep. The next morning, her phone wouldn't stop vibrating. Thousands of notifications, millions of views. People from around the world were sharing her artwork, not because it was perfect, but because they could feel the emotions inside every brushstroke. Soon, magazines contacted her, art galleries invited her, students wanted to learn from her. Her dream was finally becoming reality. Months later, Emma was invited to speak at a large art exhibition. Hundreds of young artists filled the auditorium. Many expected her to reveal the secret behind her success. Emma walked onto the stage holding an old wooden box, the same dusty box where she had once locked away her paintbrushes. She opened it. Inside was the rejection letter that had almost made her quit. She smiled. "This," she said, holding up the letter, "was the moment I almost gave up." The audience became completely silent. I thought success belonged only to talented people. But I was wrong. Success belongs to those who keep showing up, even when nobody is watching. She paused. The world often celebrates the finish line. But character is built during the lonely miles no one applauds. After the event, a little girl walked up to Emma. She held a small sketchbook tightly in her hands. "My teacher says I'm not good at drawing." Emma knelt beside her and smiled. "Can I tell you a secret?" The little girl nodded. The people who inspire the world aren't always the most gifted. They're simply the ones who refuse to stop. The little girl hugged her sketchbook closer. "I'll keep drawing." Emma smiled. That's exactly how dreams survive. Years later, Emma's paintings hung in famous galleries across the world. But her favorite artwork wasn't the most expensive one. It was the simple painting she had created the night she decided not to quit. Because that painting reminded her of one powerful truth. Dreams don't disappear because they're impossible. They disappear because people stop believing in them. Life will test your patience. It will challenge your courage. It will make you question your worth. But every setback is preparing you for a stronger comeback. Every failure is teaching a lesson. Every storm is helping your roots grow deeper. So if today feels difficult, if the road seems endless, if nobody believes in you, remember this: the seed beneath the soil looks invisible, but that doesn't mean it isn't growing. Keep learning, keep trying, keep believing, and above all, don't give up, because sometimes the breakthrough you've been waiting for is just one more step beyond the moment you feel like quitting.